Defensive tackle Daevin Hobbs will miss the first few games of the year with what the team is calling a foot injury. Hobbs, of course, was supposed to be a little bit more of a depth piece this year. Obviously, he's going to get back into the mix, but he's not a guy that you expect to go out there and start 75% of the plays for Tennessee on defense. But he did get into the mix more last season, and there was a hope that he can bring even more to the table this year. But as of right now, that does make things a little more difficult at the DT spot than they already were.
Yeah, I will say, like, of course, I hope for a speedy recovery for him, that hopefully it doesn't like end up becoming a problem again, even like after he's able to come back. Like, hopefully he's able to make a full recovery and everything. But I will say, like, on the bright side, I mean, if there was like a position group that you could afford to like lose a player for a little bit, I think that it would be defensive line for Tennessee. I mean, they've already been rotating a lot of defensive linemen pretty much every year. Like, Heupel's been there. I mean, and like, Tennessee still got Bryson Eason out there. They got Jackson Moy. So like, yeah, it's a concerning situation for sure, but Tennessee's probably got about like 5 guys in there that could go into that like rotation and everything. And I mean, I don't think it's going to impact Tennessee all that much. I mean, of course I could be wrong, but I mean, I just feel like worse about like his situation, that he has to miss time, than anything, more so than I'm like concerned on how it's going to affect Tennessee as a whole.
So let's look at what Tennessee has to do, or has the option to do, with Daevin Hobbs out for this brief period of time. So, of course, you could give most of the snaps to Bryson Eason, which I think is ultimately something they will try to do, limit the rotation of some of these other guys into those positions. But past that, on the depth chart, beyond both Eason and Hobbs, the next man up is Jamal Wallace, who, if you guys need a refresher, he's the guy that Tennessee got as a JUCO transfer, started his career as a JUCO wide receiver, added tons of weight, and then shifted over to the defensive line. I believe that was in the 2024 offseason when Tennessee got him. Hadn't seen the field much. So that's option B. And then option C is slide one of your guys at the other defensive tackle spot over. That of course being the guys behind Jackson Moy, which right now include Ethan Utley, the freshman from Innsworth, or Jordan's favorite guy, Josh Shell, the Grand Valley State transfer. So those are your options as a backup defensive tackle, with Daevin Hobbs out for the time being.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, Tennessee's going to figure out something. I mean, Rodney Gardner, one of the best to do it in terms of being like a defensive line coach. I mean, Tennessee is going to figure out something. And like, luckily too, I mean, like, take defensive line out of the equation too, and all the rotational guys. I mean, Tennessee's got good defensive players all over. I mean, I know like the safety room's got me a little bit concerned, but I mean, got corners to step up whenever Jermod McCoy is able to get fully healthy. I mean, the addition of Colton Hood was great. Linebackers, Aaron Carter and everything like that. Like, I think Tennessee's going to be just fine, to be honest. But then again, I mean, who knows? I mean, like, don't want to get in a position where like a team's running up the middle like crazy, but I just don't see that happening, especially if like Aaron Carter like back there to be able to like clean up whatever mess was to happen like with the defensive line. I mean, I'm sure like he could make the right reads and be able to stop them too, but like and like it's not like he's gonna miss the whole season either. Like you said, like maybe about like 3 games or so. I mean, better to lose him earlier in the year than later. So I mean, hopefully he'll be able to make a full recovery and be able to come back for some of these bigger games like Alabama and stuff like coming later in the season.
Yeah, defense is the one position you really worry about with depth, because you look at the Heupel era, and linebacker is, of course, a position that was shallow for a few years. I remember the 22 season, the corners were just dropping like flies that year. Just none of them were able to stay healthy. Defensive line, it's not been as big of a problem. And of course, you trust all the talent that you've got there under Rodney Garner. But again, it is at least temporarily a concern for this team because Daevin Hobbs was a contributor last season on the defensive line. It always hurts when you lose a guy like that for any period of time.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how his recovery goes. I would like to know like what it is exactly. Like it's a foot injury. Like I do know that, but like what up with the foot? Because I don't even know what would even come to mind as far as a foot injury. Because I mean, I doubt he broke his foot or anything, but I mean, maybe he did.
Potentially.
Maybe a broken toe. Like it's just a little vague.
Would hope it's not like plantar fasciitis or anything. Because I have Tennessee's had a couple guys in basketball that have suffered that injury here lately, and it just varies. Like one guy was out for basically the entire season because of that and maybe some complications from other injuries. But I do know that he had plantar fasciitis, and then there was a guy the year before who had it as well. So no fun whatsoever to have to deal with that. But yeah, it could be a broken bone as well. That's highly possible.